I'll talk a little bit about the competition. Then we'll talk about our borders, which we will build the wall, and it will be a great wall.
Together, we can break down barriers for women and finally guarantee equal pay.
We're living at a time of angst and a lot of political rhetoric. How do you feel as young people in America about the importance of voting this election?
I grew up in a household where both my parents were born and raised in Mexico. They weren't illegal, so to speak, but they weren't U.S. citizens. So they never voted. I'm one out of 7 children. I can probably tell you with certainty they have never voted. So I didn't grow up in an environment where there was much value to that or where that was encouraged at all.
And how do you feel about your voice as an individual? Because a lot of people sometimes will say, well, my voice doesn't matter, my vote don't count, or whatever. How do you feel about that?
Your voice does matter, man, you know?
This year is my first year voting, and honestly, my mom has always told me that I cannot complain on anything that I did not put my say in. So therefore, I feel like I have to pay attention to this year's elections because my vote will matter.
You know, I find it funny that the whole big thing with the whole hating other races and whatnot, Muslims, Mexicans, blacks, you know, all that stuff, even down to the mentally challenged. It's a bad move, you know, because you think about it, we're all people, we're all flesh, skin, blood, bone.
Votes matter because the youth is the future, and if we don't have youth voting now, what do they look forward to in the future? Like, we all need something to look forward to. If we're not thinking about it now, then when are we going to think about it?
In addition to that, there were the misconceptions of, well, you don't want to vote because then you're going to go be called as a juror. Or like you said, that, you know, they might put you in the draft. So they were just misconceptions, but they were always in the back of my mind, and I never made it a priority. But I'm proud to say that I registered to vote a couple of months ago, and I will be voting for the first time in this election.
Any decisions that are made in the White House, those can last for years and years, so generations and generations. So as a mom, a young mom, I don't want my son to grow up in a country that's hated by the rest of the world, that's isolated, and where he's not going to have opportunities to excel and to move forward and to grow as a person and as a citizen. So it is so important for everyone to get out and make sure they vote. If you're a mom, it's going to be important for you because it's not just yourself, it's your child's future as well.
I think immigrants is what makes America. Without all these different cultures and races, we would not be who we are.
My vote matters.
Mi voto cuenta.
My vote matters.
My vote matters.
My vote matters.
My vote matters.
My vote counts.
My vote matters.
My vote matters.
Our vote matters.
My vote counts.
Mi voto cuenta y el tuyo también.